Hello, family. What's happening? I'm going to start another video. I want to start off with the commercials first. First, like and subscribe. Allow the channel to reach as many people as it possibly can. Talking about trucking, talking about barbecue, talking about family. And also, stay tuned. Don't leave, because we will do a load board search on this video. All right? Well, it's trucking, baby. Let's start the video.
Everybody shake it, baby.
Okay. Family, what's happening? You know, I always tell you guys that I get held hostage by a certain entity called Celebrity Charter Services, a bus company. And it makes it difficult for me to get out in my truck consistently like I would love to because of things that pop up. So today, in the bus edition of Highway Pitmaster, trying to be a mechanic, you get to see what I do. So I'm having air conditioning issues with one of our coaches, and I have a bus here, as you see in the background, that I'm actually parting out. And we're going to part it out, sell some parts, transmission, engine, and all those great things, and then ultimately scrap the bus. That's the plan, unless somebody comes here and buys this bus before I get at it. Basically. But I have to change out these two fans right here. Let me see if you guys can see it. 1 second here. So you guys can see these big motors. These are condenser fans. So a lot of these buses, the air conditioning is on the side of the coach, and it sucks air in to create air to ultimately turn into air conditioning. I'm not an expert in air conditioning, so commenting me about it would not do well. But I do know how to take these motors out. So I need to take these two motors out and put on my other coach, just to make it by until we get some new ones ordered. But these right here are pretty good. The one of them I actually bought about 2 years ago, so I know it's still got a lot of hours left on it. And the other one should do well. Should at least get me through here for a couple of months until we get the other one ordered. But that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to open this casing up, put my impact on it, open this box up, and take these two motors out of here and set them underneath the other bus. I have a friend of mine who's going to come out here and help me swap them out because I don't want to mess up nothing on the other side. So, yeah, man, that's what I be doing, y'all, when I'm not in the truck, man. So I'm gonna grab my tools and I'm gonna get to work. Pray for me. Let the fun begin. I have learned since being in business, particularly in the transportation, you gotta have tools. So I have begun to invest in tools, and I'm trying to get quality tools. I actually just ordered, well, I'm going today to get me a better bag so I can have them all in one place. I used to keep my tools underneath the buses, and they would come up missing. And I was getting pretty upset. I actually had to replace one of these ratchets and these impacts, and recently. And so no longer do they stay in my buses. They're either in my pickup truck or in my truck, my semi. That's where it's at now. You know what I mean? I don't know who took it, but it's all good. It won't get me again. But I've learned to keep decent tools, you know, and to get a collection and hold on to them. Not saying that I'm a mechanic, but at least if I gotta fix something, that's something I can fix, I got the tools to do it. I know you guys are saying, wait a minute, you were just trying to fix a bus, now you're at Outback. Yeah, I gave the old car a try. I learned that my hands are too fat to fit in small places. So my wife called me and decided to go out for lunch instead. Instead of fixing the bus. So that's where I'm at. No, actually, there's a trailer that parks next to my bus. And when he parks, I can't fit in there. So I called it a day. And I called one of my good buddies, Mr. Cody Spargo, Renegade Trucking. If you ever need truck repair here in Gary, Indiana, see my guy, Renegade. I'll tell you more about him. But he's going to help me out and get that thing fixed and probably lickety split. Meanwhile, I'm about to go get me a blooming onion. I'll see y'all in a minute. This is how you spend your day right here with my beautiful wife at Outback Steakhouse. About to give me a blooming onion. Look at it. For lunch. That's right. Well, it's low board search time, and as I've been keeping my one eye to the low board, it's looking interesting. It's kind of, at least this past week, it kind of started to creep up a little bit in the Midwest. In the Midwest, our numbers start to climb per mile, rate per mile, just running around the Midwest. You know, lows that are stemming between 320 per mile, you know, again, just in the Midwest. So we're going to take a look at that. And I also had a couple requests for certain areas that we're going to try to touch on for those individuals that want that. And just kind of really just take a scan of the country as to where freight is going and how much it's paying. Alrighty, nothing real deep, just a little glance over, right? Let's do it. So I know you guys can't see my screen, my computer screen. I'm going to do a screen where I have a mirror here in a moment, but I'm going to talk about just really quick on the forecast of what took place on the week of April 7th. Right now, April 7th, nationally as a trend all the way around, and I'm talking van right now, in all regions, prices went down. It went down from the prior week being on the average of $231 per mile to down to $222 per mile on the average. But freight volumes went up. Freight volumes went up. So the reason why I'm talking about the Midwest kind of climbed up a little bit is because here we are in Chicago. Freight went up. It was averaging about 1,512 loads per day. And the excuse me, the rate per mile is at $2.49 per mile. $2.49 per mile. Houston, for example, freight volumes went up. You're looking at 2,224 loads per day, but their rate per mile went down to $2.23 per mile. So it's interesting what took place here in the Midwest. Again, I'll give you another example. In the Midwest, Minneapolis, freight volumes went up 982 per day. Freight rate per mile went up to $2.34 per mile. So Midwest has kind of climbed up a little bit. Other areas have dropped, but the Midwest has climbed up. It could be because of production, automotive. A lot of manufacturing comes out of the Midwest. We all know that. And just the spring, things got to get shipped. Also, the end of the first quarter, fiscal quarter, ended. Am I right? Yeah, I think I'm right. Could be wrong. I know it's coming, and a lot of shippers, a lot of companies want to free up their inventory, you know, for tax purposes. Want to close out that tax quarter profitable. That means they want to ship out stuff. So that helps. That helps. Again, in trucking, man, trucking, a lot of things touch trucking when it comes to predictions in terms of freight volumes, freight numbers. A lot of things play into it. A lot of things play to it. And the stock market is one of those things. So that's interesting. That's good. So let's go into what we're looking at in the Midwest in terms of actual freight and what loads are out there. I apologize for that. You know, I always leave out the flatbedders and the step deckers because hey, we're all truckers, man. So let's talk about that really really fast. Numbers in terms of flatbed in the week of April 7th, we're looking at right now average rate per mile in all regions. On the average, we're looking at $3.19 per mile. That's the average rate per mile throughout the Midwest. So with that being said, we're looking at also let's just look at in terms of rate volumes. Rate volumes are down. Houston got about 398 loads per day. Birmingham 269. Let's look at Chicago, about 139 loads in Chicago, with the average of $3.17 per mile. Alabama, we're looking at 345 per mile, but those numbers are down. Freight volume at 269. Pennsylvania, 121 loads, 348 per mile. So loads, freight down, volumes are up. Volumes down, rate per mile is up. Kind of seeing where we're at. That's how we get that average of $3.19 per mile. So see what that is. It is interesting too, because we look in March. Let's look at March of 23. It was 460 per mile on the average. Then it just crashed. What that was, I can't recall. But that was in March. Here we are, April, a month later, and we're looking at more than $1 decline. What took place in March, I'm not quite sure. Maybe somebody out there knows. Mention that in the comments. Be interested to know what that was. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. Dallas, man. I mean, 298 per mile. Dallas. I don't understand Dallas. I really don't. I really try to figure out Dallas. Their rate per mile has been down, seriously. But they got a lot of loads coming out of there. But the rate, you know what it is? I know what it is. I apologize. It's too many trucks in Dallas. As simple as that. It's just entirely too many trucks in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. That's the only answer I have to that. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think it's just too many trucks. Simple as that. All right, let's get to this load board. So we're looking at the Midwest. I'm looking at basically running loads in the Midwest on this search. Pick up in Midwest, drop it in Midwest. I put a pickup date of April 10th. And of course, this is what we're looking at in terms of the type of trailers that we want to use. 48 footer, 53 footer, expedited. And I'm putting it at 250 per mile minimum. 250 per mile minimum. Let's just see if we can find some stuff. According to my search right now, we got 566 loads available to us. Let's see what those are. See what we got going on here. All right, here we go. So Leipzig, Ohio, 2 stops. Going to La Crosse, Wisconsin, 2,000 miles. So these stops, I'm curious to think that these stops are in line. I'm pretty sure they're not. Let's see where these stops are at. Yeah. This load is picking up in Ohio, going down to Texas, then going back up to La Crosse, Wisconsin. $5,168 gross at 256 per mile. Let's see. There's 44,000 pounds. That's right there. It's already what I don't want. It picks up on the 10th, delivers on the 14th. It's not that bad at all in terms of the time. You're looking at 4 days on that load, $5,100. So you picked it up Monday, and I believe Monday the 10th, Tuesday the 11th, which is my birthday, 12th. So if you're looking at Friday, this load is delivering. Then you can get there, you get you a nice load over the weekend, but you're looking at 2,000 miles. You're going to burn some fuel, but you can make a profit with this load. It's preloaded trailer, direct shipper, which is basically Landstar. We have a contract with them, and these are the different stops there. Okay, yeah, not bad load. I see here Granger, Indiana to O'Fallon, Missouri, 3 stops. 3 stops there. Pays $39.12 total. 37,000 pounds. Got 1,400 miles on this load at 268 per mile. Wow, goodness. So yeah, you see what I just did, right? I bring up the actual load. You can see where these stops are at, man. So that 1,400 mile, you're gonna pick this thing up and pick up again. Starts in Granger, Indiana. So this is more likely what we call it. I think it's a door load. Picking Granger goes down into Ohio. Excuse me, Granger over down to St. Louis. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a load. Not that bad. You know, it'll occupy your whole week. Put it that way. Put it that way. With multiple stops, multiple legs, comes out to 978 per day in terms of what this agent says it breaks down to 4 days worth of transit. Interesting load. Interesting load. That's scoop down here. Pittsburgh, Kansas, going to Gering, Nebraska. Picks up on the 10th, delivers on the 11th. $2,366 load, 339 per mile. That's not a bad load. 43,000 pounds. Straight run. That is a outstanding load. Outstanding load. I'll be honest with you. That is an outstanding load. It's heavy, but it's a good load. Overnight run, 698. You can 2,300. That is a great load. Wow. And it's posted several times. That's a sign that multiple agents got their hands on that load. Ashland, Wisconsin, going to Nebraska, $2,300 revenue, $3.58 per mile. Picks up on the 10th, delivers on the 13th. Not a bad load. Not a bad load. 643 miles. Not a bad load at all. Not a bad load. 4,200 thousand pounds, 42,000 pounds. Romeoville, Illinois to Piketon, Ohio, $2,200 at 417 per mile. This is what I talk about when I always say you need to be strategic in your searching. Get out there and look. Go search. There's freight out there. There's definitely freight out there. All these people say, "Oh, it's terrible. The load's down." Freight's out there. I'm guilty of it. I am. I'm guilty of it. But you really, really got to really study the load board. Let's see this. Edina, Minnesota, going to Kansas. Hucaton, Kansas, $2,100, 257 per mile, 816 miles, 39,000 pounds. Take a look at that real fast. One pick, one stop. This is the thing you need to look at right here, where it says one load nearby. So you get this load, you get down there, you get your $2,100, you deliver it in 2 days. You get down there, now you can't find you no load. Now you got a deadhead out of there. All that gain you made on that load, now you're gonna lose it because you gotta get yourself repositioned into an area where you can find freight. You know, it's not all lost. I mean, you're not that far from some major cities in terms of Amarella, that type of deal. I mean, you're out there though. You're gonna have to deadhead out of there. You're gonna have to get out of there. Simple as that. Wisconsin to Kansas, looking at 280 per mile, $2,100. Alrighty, look at this. Grain, Missouri, going to Findlay, Ohio, 646 miles, 25,000 pounds, $2,100, 325 per mile. Not bad. Let's scoot on down a little bit. Let's see what else we got. Adrian, Michigan. Adrian, Michigan. Not that far from Toledo, just west of Toledo. Marysville, Kansas, $1,900 at 256 per mile, 771 miles on that. Kansas City to Shawano, Wisconsin, $1,900, 274 per mile. Okay. Springfield, Missouri, Van Buren. So, see the theme here. Again, I did my search at 250 per mile. There's plenty of freight out there, 250 and up. See some $3 load. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah, $8.54 a mile, 200 miles. It's not bad freight, not bad load at all. But you got to be there. You got to happen to be in the area. But again, there's only two loads available once you get empty. It's a hazmat load, hot load, hot load, hot load. Delaware, Ohio to Missouri, $1,700, 270 per mile, 15,000 pounds. Picks up on the 10th, delivers on the 11th. If you're in that area, you can get this load and get it off. You got 21 loads to look at minimum. to get yourself out of that area. So hazmat load there. Bolingbrook to Missouri, $1,700, 496 miles at 343 per mile. It's not a bad load as well. Not a bad load as well. And once you get there, you got 8 loads to look at. But you can deadhead out of there. You can get to some places where you can find some loads if these loads that are available aren't what you like. Let's take a look real quick. It's not bad. Loads coming out of there. You got to travel though. I'm not going to Montana. Florida, of course, you know what happens when you get down there. Tennessee, that's when it gets a little hairy. So, you got to decide if you want to grab one of those loads or carry yourself on up out of there. All right, that's interesting. Let's take a gander real quickly here. So we see what we're looking at in Minnesota. In the Midwest, plenty of freight. I think I said it was 566 loads based on my criteria picking up on Monday. So there's plenty of freight to play around with. Let's take a look at something. I know someone requested this. Let's take a look at California real quickly, going to Arizona. Let's just see what we got going there. See here. So that is west. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to isolate it. I'm going to take out leave California. I'm going to take out all the other areas. It was a specific search out of California. And let's do the same thing here, going to Arizona. Yeah. Let's see what's happening here as we refine the search. I'm doing 250. Ooh, wow, look at that. Nothing from California to Arizona. You know why? Because I'm a dingbat. That's why. It was Alaska. Don't charge it to my head, not my heart, y'all. My head ain't too good. I ain't had no coffee. Arizona. I knew something wasn't right. Alaska's AK. I'm slow, y'all. All right, we got 13 loads. That's picking up on the 10th. Picking up on the 10th. See what we got going on. All right, we got 397 per mile. Riverside, California, going to Phoenix, Arizona. I did the subscriber wanted a specific Ontario. I think it would have been a little difficult to do that. So let's just see what we got in California going to Arizona all together. On San Fernando, the loads are sitting up, above $3 per mile, which is, well, there you go, 280, 84, 281. Fullerton, California to Buckeye, Arizona, $950. Bueno Park, California to Buckeye, Arizona. Come out of the Anaheim area, Los Angeles. Yeah, Fontana, California to Tolleson, Arizona, 266. So, I did my search at 250 per mile. We got just a handful of loads coming out of that area. Let's look at it in terms of where we at in terms of maybe flatbed. Let's see what kind of flatbed loads are coming out of that area as well. Let's do flat flatbed, and I said fatback, flatbed and step deck. See what we got going on. 16 loads, 416 per mile. Antioch, California to Coolidge, Arizona. Pays 3350, 24,000 pounds, 806 miles. It's not a bad load. The load's posted multiple times as we see. We got Pittsburgh, California to Stanville, Arizona, 252 per mile. So it's a big drop from 403 to 266 per mile, 800 miles. Very interesting, that big drop. Here we are, $4.23 a mile, 48,000 pounds. So very wide range in terms of rates. Laguna, California to Lake Havasu, Arizona, $332 per mile at $1,000, $300, 300 miles. San Fernando, California, $3 per mile at 316. Interesting. Again, I always get the question asked: does this load, these numbers you see here, with the line haul, does this include fuel surcharge? Yes, this is including a fuel surcharge. You'll see the breakout in your Raycon. It'll be there. Let's also do this. Let's do. Can you tell me if Landstar? Okay, yeah, we got that. Flatbed and step deck. Let's do a search on really quick with let's just see what flatbed and step deck is doing throughout. Let's see how many lows pop up, and then let's take a look at that. Um, I even slide low boy in there. How about that? No, yeah, let's slide low boy in there. So we got 220, and this is based on April 10th. It's 2,398 loads on there. That's not just looking into just one region. I mean, see now it's right here. This is heavy haul, $40 per mile, $45,000. It's 100,000 pounds. That's definitely heavy haul. Wow, I'm in the wrong industry. That's how hard work. I'm too lazy for that, y'all. Be honest with you. Let's do this. Because I know the majority of us, step deck is definitely but it's out there, y'all. It's out there. The heavy haul is out there, y'all. Landstar is a good place to do heavy haul. Great place to do it. Great place to do it. So there, Sussex, Wisconsin to Anchorage. Wow, look at that. Here, Las Vegas to North Carolina, 16,000, 58,000 pound load at $7.44 per mile. Tallahassee, I'm looking at 318 per mile, 10,000 pounds, $12,000 load here. Let's take a look at that. Oh boy, you got some running to do way up there in Canada. Way up there, way up there. Milwaukee, Wisconsin to California. Look at 595 per mile, 70,000 pound load at $12,000 gross there. She picks up on the 10th, delivers on the 17th. Wow, that's amazing. That's a great load there. It's flatbed, y'all. Flatbed. Flatbed is wow. Fort Hood, Texas to Jacksonville, Florida. 1083 per mile, and that's a heavy 140,000 pound, $11,000. Picks up on the 8th, delivers on the 10th. Yes, indeed, y'all. Here we go. Here's a Pueblo, California to Delta, Utah. Excuse me, Pueblo, Colorado. So I need my coffee, y'all. Going to Utah. $10,000 load at 1805 per mile, 8,000 pound load. That is amazing. There it is, y'all. Look at that. 313 per mile, pays $9,500. Picked up in Portland, Maine, going to Seattle, Wisconsin, Washington. Yeah, y'all. Ohio to Oregon, 9,000, $4 a mile. Again, we talked about the averages, man, but they're freight out there. You got to get out there and you got to look. You got to search. You got to search. Fort Wayne to Oregon, $8,400, 366 per mile. Wadsworth, Ohio to Seattle, Washington, 349 per mile, $8,200, y'all. North Carolina to Texas, 8,000, 756 per mile is 10,000. Again, this is flatbed and step deck. Fort Wayne, we saw that low posted a minute ago. New York to California, 7. I think I wouldn't want to run flatbed that far with just 251 per mile. It's just me. Yeah, y'all. This is again, trucking ain't bad, man. Get out there and do it. Get out there and search, y'all. Get out there and search. Again, I'm gonna try to do this weekly and do a low board search with you guys, man. There you have it, the load board search, load board love, y'all. So trucking it's there. It's not an industry that you just run away from because it's coming. It'll come back. It's not back yet, but it's ticking. It's ticking up. So You can get out there and make money. Simple as that. You can get out there and do it. Fuel prices have come down a little. It ain't balanced out yet, but you can still make money. Truck prices are down. You can go out there and find a truck. I know somebody's going to say, trucking is terrible, man. But no, it's not. You can make some money. Last week we had the plans. I had the opportunity to go to Matt's, and it was a great time. We'll be there again next year. Enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it. My wife enjoyed it. And it was just a nice little getaway, nice little weekend getaway. So I'll be back there next year. Yeah, simple as that. Stay tuned in this video, y'all. It's a lot more fun stuff happening. Talk to you later. Y'all, we had to sneak out the house so we can spend some quality time together.
Yes. But don't forget, the important thing. Your birthday is coming up, so this is the kickoff to your birthday celebration. You celebrate me like all month. Well, you really celebrate me all year, but we're gonna get you more than one celebration in this year.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
More than one this time.
Oh man, y'all just don't understand.
This is this can be the PG-13 version, because the next one we gotta include the kiddo.
Yeah. So we had Sugar, which is my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, come over to the house to keep Aiden. You all know who Aiden is. And he doesn't like us to go places without him. It's one, because he loves us. I'm pretty sure because he loves us. But he just don't want to miss out on nothing. I mean, we can go to the gas station, and if we both walking out the door, I mean, he would be with us anyway, but we can have a house full of people. He ain't staying. He going. That's just the way he is. It's been that way since day one. We kind of helped it, though. We did. We kind of helped it. We went to New Orleans one time, and I think we did all right in New Orleans.
We did perfect in New Orleans.
We did all right in New Orleans. But we went away for a little weekend gathering, getaway, which is like an hour and a half from where we live, and we left a day early because we missed him. So, yeah, we might have spurred it on. I don't know, but it's all good. We're good parents, and we do great things. We get out. We like to travel. We kick it.
Want to expose him to as many things as we expose ourselves.
That's right. So my wife and I are going out to dinner. It's part of fun. It's gonna be a fun time, right? Give me one. Don't tell nobody. I just did that. Y'all didn't do it. This part of the first time we went on a dinner when.
You see, he's 8, so no.
Oh God.
But real talk, I mean, usually like we can sneak out for lunch when he's in school or something, but I don't think we've had a meal without him out.
4 years?
If
we
you
can't
say
remember.
So, I don't think it's.
We can't even remember.
He's never open to just us going. So
Wow.
I can't call when we were actually able to just plan to go out. Definitely pre-pandemic. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what to do.
The last time we went to a concert or something. It's probably the last time we were able to just have an adult evening.
That's probably right. Even then, we were on a time restraint. We get home,
he's
11.
ringing the phone, FaceTiming.
He's calling us, and we get home, 1 o'clock. This joker's still up.
We did have a solo meal when we were in Cozumel when the girls watched him for us, but he did call every 20 minutes.
He did, yeah. We was in the next resort next to the resort we were at, and that was a problem. So yeah, it's all right. We're gonna go out for dinner. We're going to a place called Bonefish.
Bonefish Grill.
Bonefish Grill.
Love Bonefish.
Bang Bang Shrimp.
Home of the Bang Bang Shrimp.
Home of the
Gotta
Bang
try.
Bang Shrimp. Oh, that's good eating. Good eating, y'all. Good eating, y'all. Yeah. So we just gonna hang out. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We try to figure out what we're gonna do afterwards.
Something.
Miniature golf.
I don't know, because he asked me how long was it going to take. So, and I wasn't. I just wanted to give him a number so he wouldn't panic, and I told him 7:30, and he's like, 4 hours. But I don't think we'll make it by 7:30, so he'll definitely be calling.
He'll be calling us. So we're gonna cherish this moment and get right back at it. It's Easter weekend, so we're gonna be with him all weekend.
Right, we have a lot of activities planned.
A lot of activities, so it's all right, y'all. It's all right. But that's what we about to do now. I'm with my beautiful wife, y'all. Don't get no better than that.
Making me blush.
Don't get no better than that, y'all. See y'all in a minute. Well, we already back home. It's 7 o'clock.
05 to be exact.
7:05. Wow. We left for 3:45, and we're already back home.
Because you were scared. You thought you had to get home by 7:30. I was scared.
My son gave us a curfew.
Daddy called once.
He called. What did he say?
Where you at? No, I'm sorry. He said, where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Oh, he's something else. He's something else.
And right now, he probably sitting up in the middle of our bed, watching the Loud House.
Watching the camera, look at it, or watching what? The Loud House? Oh, it's a show.
He's not gonna watch it like on living room TV.
You gotta watch that room.
Wow. Watch. With the bed reclined and everything. Watch it see.
We're back home already. It's all good. I love you, baby. Thank you.
I love you too. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. My birthday is on Tuesday, y'all, so this is what this is all about, right? It's all good. The life of a trucker, y'all. See y'all later.